Yo guys, welcome back to my new PTCGO Battle Styles video. Today guys, we're taking a look at a Gengar Mimikyu Omastar deck. This is a deck that I have not played in quite some time, but because of the way the meta is right now with Urshifu and Mewtwo being super popular, there might actually be a chance for Gengar Mimikyu to be a fun little deck to play. So the idea of this deck is, it's an item lock deck. You put Omastar into play. If you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, they can't play any item cards. And most decks right now are playing a ton of items like Crushing Hammer, Quick Ball, Cherish Ball, Switch, Escape Rope, Scoop Up Net, stuff like that. And they're all item locked, and they can't play any of those cards. And then Poltergeist does 50 damage for each trainer card in your opponent's hand, which is really powerful. This also counts for supporters and stadiums, not just items. But when they're item locked, they can't play like half of the cards. And we are a Psychic type, and of course the Urshifus are weak to Psychic. Mewtwo and Mew-GX is also weak to Psychic. So you just have really good typing. And that's what we're trying to play. Yeah, it's a greens engine type of deck. There's only 4 basics in the deck. Literally just a Gengar Mimikyu. So we take an auto loss to Decidueye, and arguably Eternatus too sometimes. If you get super lucky, you can maybe beat Eternatus, but it's not that easy to beat. But those are our auto losses. But yeah, beating Urshifu, you can beat other stuff like ADP too. And so yeah, before you get the video, guys, of course, shout out to the sponsor, Card Cavern TCG. As always, guys, if you're ever looking for any PTCGO pack codes, get them over at Card Cavern. Card Cavern sells PTCGO codes online for the cheapest. If you guys are looking to pick up pack codes like Battle Styles, Shining Fates, Vivid Voltage, Sword and Shield base set, Cosmic Eclipse, Unified Minds, Team Up, anything like that, get them over at Card Cavern. Or if you're looking for any other PTCGO code, like a GX promo code, or a V promo code, or the Dedenne Trainer Toolkit, or that ADPization Battle Arena code, or the Pika ROM one, get them over at Card Cavern. If you get any codes over at Card Cavern, of course, at the checkout, you can use my discount code, CODELDF, for a 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself out, and help out Card Cavern. So shout out to the Card Cavern, check them out, use CODELDF. Link down below. Also, if you want to check out the articles posted over there, be appreciated. I am doing video articles now, and instead of them being written out and typed out, they're in video form, so it's a video deck profile of me explaining a deck. So if you guys want to go check them out, be sure to do so. Let's look at the list. So yes, it is a Greens Engine deck. The Greens Engine is a lot of fun to play. Now, obviously, Greens is kind of hurt by Marnie, and this deck kind of is hurt by Marnie a little bit too. Marnie, of course, very annoying card, putting your opponent's hand down to 5. This can be very devastating to Poltergeist. And there's a card that makes Gengar Mimikyu a little bit stronger, and that is, of course, Surprise Box, allowing you to put a card from your opponent's discard pile in your hand. So, and it literally has Gengar on it. It's literally designed for Gengar Mimikyu. You play the Surprise Box, you put a trainer back in their hand from the discard pile, and you add 50 more damage to your attack. So this card basically states Gengar does 50 more damage. Another cool card is Horror Energy. This actually helps the math a lot. There's some Pokemon with 220 HP and 320 HP. So the Horror Energy is actually pretty cool for math. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Urshifu plays Jirachi GX. They put a Jirachi GX in play. All of a sudden, Urshifu can't get one shot because it's not weak to Psychic anymore. Why we play 3 Power Plants, people? Because against Urshifu, we put the Power Plant in play, and then they don't have their Jirachi's ability. Then they're back to being weak to Psychic. Urshifu also can fill their bench up quite easily, so they get locked into the Omastar lock. They also play a ton of trainers and items like Escape Rope. They play Heavy Switch. They have a lot of trainers in the deck. Urshifu is very weak to Poltergeist, and it's very easy to knock them out once you get that Power Plant online and established. Since we are a green stack, we play a lot of other items. Energy Spinner is a huge one to make sure you find your energy for Gengar. A lot of the time, you want to go second with this deck, so you can do a turn 1 Horror House. Horror House is a very strong attack. It literally wins you games, because you can play Horror House. Your opponent can't play any cards in their hand. They could potentially attack you if they already have the amount of energy on to do damage, but they can't play trainers. They can't do anything. They can't do much, so their hand is stuck with what they got. And then what you do is you go Poltergeist the following turn and knock them out, potentially winning the game. This is why when you go second, you go turn 1 Horror House GX, and they don't do anything. Then you can move the Poltergeist, potentially. So that's pretty much why you go second. Horror House can win you games. Of course, Evo Instance to find this. Now, I'm actually playing Tag Call as our way to find Gengar. There is no Quick Ball in the deck. The reason I'm not playing Quick Ball is you don't need it. It's okay if you want to play it to get rid of items, but we can play Tag Call, which kind of gives us outs to finding free supporters. When you're playing a deck like this with no Dedenne or Crobat, you know, you want to be able to find your supporters easier. We have Pokégear, but that's not always going to be good enough. Tag Call is great. We can find a Gengar Mimikyu with Tag Call, so it's a way to find Gengar, but it also guarantees us another supporter like Caitlin Cynthia, like Guzmahala, or even like Mallow and Lana. So that's why the Tag Call engine I find better than playing Quick Ball in the deck. I'm playing a reset stamp. This might be weird because, like, well, why would you ever use this? Well, you're not using it in the late game. You're using it in the early game. If you your opponent plays their hand down super low, you can just stamp them to 6 and then go for the Poltergeist and hope you have a knockout. That's why the stamp's in the deck. It's only in the early game. You can use it in late game still. It's not terrible, but it's, like, not needed. Unless you go stamp into the late game with a Horror House with 2 energy on it. That's your other play you have. I am playing a Switch alongside 2 Air Balloon. The Switch, you know, it's okay. You know, Status Kitchen is not that popular. The Air Balloon can give Omastar for a treat. This gives you a pivot option with Mallow Lana. I am playing Big Charm to give Gengar Mimikyu 270 HP. Very important to have. A bunch of draw supporters. Coach Trainer, of course, allowing you, you know, draw 4 cards if you're active as Gengar Mimikyu. Kabu's in the deck. You know, a lot of the time you start with a lone Gengar Mimikyu, and then you just Kabu for 8, which is really cool. Still playing Research in the deck. Still a good draw card. And 9 energy. That's it for the list. Really fun deck to play. Might be good in the meta, so let's go try it out. Alright, getting into our first match here with the Gengar Mimikyu deck. I think we want them to go first because we want to be able to do a turn 1 Horror House GX. Not an ideal starting hand, though, to be honest. This hand is not the greatest. We need a greens or something here. But we'll see what we're up against. Could be a potential... looks like it's a welder deck, possibly. We'll have to see. I mean, the hand is like... We have a boss. We have Rare Candy Omastar, but yeah, we just don't have anything else. And we are up against Urshifu. This is one of our best matchups, if not our best matchup. So we can beat this. We just need to get a... we need to get like a green or something. Now, they could actually... If they don't bench anything, we will most likely win the game in the Horror House if everything goes well. Let's see, we draw. There we go. We drew a greens. We definitely play it. Grab a second greens. Oh, we only have 2 in the deck. We'll grab greens and probably the fossil, to be honest, because we might as well. We have our candy in our hand. And bench that. Play the Horror House. And yeah, next turn we should win the game. My opponent may or may not have that many items, but they probably, if they're playing the Jirachi build, they play a ton of items and trainers. So we should be able to donk them here, and this is probably what's going to happen. This is what this deck can sometimes do to your opponent is we just donk them, and they just concede probably because we had the donk. Even if we didn't, we had a pretty good setup there. We had greens, we had the Omastar in play, so they probably could have gotten item locked, and sometimes that's what Gengar does. Alright guys, getting into another match. Oh, thank you game for not working there properly and making me go first when I don't want to go first. But we do get a Gengar started. I don't think we're mulliganing, so that's good at least. I guess we don't have to do Horror House, I guess, now, because we got the energy, so we don't have to do Horror House, which is kind of cool. This kind of makes it able to be safer later. It's still very annoying, though. We just pass, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. We'll save the power plant. I'm not going to play it down just yet. We don't even know what we're playing against just yet, either. Okay, it's an Urshifu deck. Alright, that's fine. We can beat Urshifu. It's obviously a favored matchup. And we have the plant, so we're vibing. Our start's not bad either, which is good. We have a lot of HP against them, too. Okay, they are going to Marnie me. That's a little unfortunate, because we are losing Pokégear, but we can always fall back a turn with Horror House. We also can still find greens. Ugh, this hand sucks. We got a Pokégear. We didn't get a single draw supporter. You love to see it. Thank you, Marnie, for a dead hand. I appreciate it so much. I really love it. Marnie is something I was considering putting in here, but like it's like you give your opponent 4 cards. The chances you get a knockout off of Marnie are very slim. Playing a lot of the trainer cards too. We have to get the Omastar into play ASAP. I mean, this hand is good if Pokégear can hit like a Research or a Kabu or something. No, they play the Giratina. Now we have the Horror House in this turn with a basic energy. That's pretty triggering. All right, what do we draw? Not anything good. All right, we're going to have to play this. We got to pray. We're not going to lose if we whiff an energy or whiff a supporter. All right, we got Kabu. That's clutch. That's a pretty clutch card. Let's play it. Could have played the Surprise Box maybe. Give him that boss because it's like a dead card. Okay. This Kabu didn't really give us much either. We didn't get a fossil. We also didn't get much else. Actually, I don't even think we have the Horror House here. I'm thinking about it. It's like, they have a 1-card hand. Obviously, Jirachi might find them a supporter. They grab Tina with the Quick Ball. I'm assuming they have a supporter in their hand already. I actually don't see a point of doing Horror House here. I think we just save it. Yeah, I'm going to save. Actually, we could have put the Power Plant in play, to be honest, but they do have Octillery. They can Octillery for that Stadium card. Oh, they drew a Research. Their card was an Escape Rope. All right, now I wish I did Horror House them, but it's fine. Knocking out Jirachi is not important. What is important is knocking this big thing out. The Tina's really annoying. That's why I want to get the Omastar in place so this Giratina can get shut off. But now it can't get shut off. Because now they can scuba net it. Yeah. It's pretty frustrating. Fine, though. We should be able to knock out the Urshifu here. If we can find a surprise box or even just reset stamp, like a greens for a stamp would be really good. Would be pretty good. I guess we have to watch out for G-Max Rapid Flow if we do bench the Fossil, but that's not gonna... well, they're doing, what, 130 damage here. Get a Big Charm on. They can't knock me out with G-Max Rapid Flow. Well, G-Max Gale Thrust and G-Max Rapid Flow, that's only doing 100. We'd survive with 10 HP left. They have to find a Goon. I really want to get the Fossil down now, because they literally filled their entire bench up. Yeah, there's the energy. And the attack. Okay. How much are they doing again? 130? Yeah, so how much HP? We got one. Just they could two-shot me. Ooh, that was a pretty good draw. Alright, so first things first, we'll put that down. We'll play this. And... Ray... Okay. This isn't bad. We have to... Maybe we should have played the Tag Call, to be honest. Play this. We'll put the boss in their hand. We might lose here, guys. If we don't get the knockout, we might... Well, we could Horror House them. Horror House actually is an option. Yeah, that might sound weird, but we actually can do Horror House here. Because G-Max Rapid Flow does not one-shot me, right? It only does 120 damage. It does 100 damage. We literally can't get knocked out. So, we can actually Horror House and then Green's next turn. I actually like that. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think that's actually a decent play. I'm not going to play the Air Balloon to draw a card because I'm going to Green's next turn so I can get the Big Charm on. Yeah, they can't knock me out. They could hit me for... They could leave me with 10 HP left, which is what they are going to do. They can goon me, but now they take the 20 damage. And now the Stone Energy's off too, so that's actually kind of works out. We could play Kabu. I think there's greens. Definitely need stuff. So we want the Big Charm, first of all. That's very important to have. We could get Boss. We could get a... we could grab another Surprise Box and... pretty much solidate that we got. That's not even a word. Guarantee the knockout if we grab that, but I'm actually just going to get the Fossil. I have a lot of confidence we already have the KO here. Fossil Big Charm. Seems good. So then they can't Goon Ping knock me out. We can Tag Call for the other Gengar. Yeah, we'll take Mallow Lana. We'll take it. Maybe we can heal next turn. They can't knock me out, technically, if we knock them out, right? So... Actually, in theory, they can't knock me out. We actually don't have to bench this Gengar just yet. But I am going to, because we want to make sure we get energy in play. Here we go. Poltergeist. Let's see if we get the knockout. We should have it, right? Yeah, easy peasy. They had a boss in their hand. That's fine. Alright, let's see what our things are. We got another Gengar. Another Gengar. Okay. Okay, nice. We got the Omastar. We got... How many greens do we have left? Still have a lot of greens. They probably will Marnie me. Actually, no, they didn't have a Marnie in their hand, actually. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to Mallow Lana here. Heal the Gengar Mimikyu. Probably go to the other Gengar Mimikyu. And yeah, we're going to be big chilling. And if we can just knock out Jirachi, we can just win by bossing their other Jirachi up. So we can just win by knocking out the last two Jirachis on board. Or we could take out a big Urshifu again. We still have 3 power plants. Well, 2 left. We'll see what happens. We need to item lock them, though, so... Because they still have a few items left. Like, they still have a couple switching cards. Like, we need to get the item lock off as soon as possible. I think we're going to go Mallow Lana, Fossil lock them, go from there. Because once we item lock them, we're chilling. We're chilling if we get the item lock off. And I think we're going to be able to win the game at this point. We're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot right now. Can they one-shot me this turn? We have technically 60 HP, right? Oh, they concede. Never mind. All right, so they gave up. But that's pretty much how the matchup plays out. Gengar Mimikyu can beat the matchup pretty simply. And you can see right there why it's winnable. The deck plays a ton of trainer cards. And we kind of just won. Resistance kind of made all the difference in that matchup, though, for sure. All right, here we go. Let's try again with the deck. And, all right, we win the coin flip. So we'll let them go first. Going first isn't terrible either, to be honest. Because, like, as long as they're not playing Crushing Hammer, it's not really a big deal if you go first. But if we go second, we can do that Horror House play, and we can donk them, or we can just even, you know, get that early Horror House so they start with a big Pokemon, like a tag team. So I think it's always worth it to go first. Okay, we mulligan 4 times. Not really revealing what we're playing. I mean, yeah, I guess that's fine. Our starting hand is not that great, though. We have a Tag Call. We can Sinlin, I guess. We're up against an ADP deck, most likely. They do play a lot of trainers, which is good. ADP plays, like a crazy amount of trainer cards, which is good. Actually, hopefully they go into the ADP here. I don't really care about... I'd rather not get ADP while their hand is massive. They could Marnie, though, but we're going to Horror House them. Best top deck would be Pokégear, Greens, Boss, Kabu. Any card that can get us into a better hand. Tag Call will have to get a Sinlin for now, but we'll see. Yo, one time going to the ADP, I dare you. Please do it. Okay. They're playing a few trainers. That's fine, though. Okay, let's see if they go into the ADP. I want them to. I mean, we'll see what happens. I guess we don't have to do Horror House right away. We can wait to do it, which is not terrible either. Evil Winston's not helping. All right, Caitlin Cynthia time. All right, we did prize an Omastar. Prized a Rare Candy too. Yikes. And we got all the boxes in the deck. Fossils all there. We did prize a Power Plant. We prized a Gengar Mimikyu too, I think. We got Greens, Coach Trainer, and the gang's all here. All right. Let's see what we get. 3 cards. What are we looking at here? Okay, we got the greens for next turn. We got Power Plant. Not really needed in this match. I'm going to put that down now. We'll put the Psychic on. I mean, we're just praying they don't play, like, Crushing Hammer. And I actually think I'm going to hold the Poltergeist. Yeah, I'm going to hold the Horror House. We can, like... I don't care about the Eldegoss. Like, I'd rather... If we had a boss in our hand, I would do Horror House, but we don't have boss. So I'm going to let them go ADP. I'll let them do their AC, and then I'll Horror House them. Right, we'll go Horror House. We'll do the effect where we draw cards, right? We'll go from there. So I'm fine with that. Let's see what we get. Nice. Okay, we just got to pray they don't play Crushing Hammer. That's the only thing that terrifies me is them having a hammer, because my plan kind of falls apart if they, of course, get a lucky Crushing Hammer heads. Isn't that the story of my life? Yeah, if they get a lucky Crushing Hammer heads, our game plan kind of falls apart. That's if they play it. We'll see if they get anything else down. Are they going to go Altercation? Maybe maybe they know that I'm doing it. Okay, there's a quick ball. They can't play Dedenne, don't forget. The Power Plant is in play. They could Crobat. They could just get Zacian here. I'm going to get Zacian. They could do Intrepid Sword. If they do Intrepid Sword, we'll try and knock out the Eldegoss. Yeah, the only thing that terrifies me is Crushing Hammer. That's like the only thing I'm scared of is lucky Crushing Hammer heads, you know? We'll wait, yeah, we'll wait to Horror House until they go Altercation. Okay, they're gonna do it now. Alright, cool. So now we'll go for the Horror House. Okay, cool. So let's go attach, play the greens for the fossil. What else do we need? We're not going to have the EDP, so we can just take Fossil and Surprise Box to stay ahead of the curve, right? I like that. Also, Surprise Box seems pretty good. And we could play our Surprise Box now, actually, because then we get to draw more cards. But we can actually get more... They can get more trainers if we wait to play it, so let's go for the Horror House now. Cool. 3 cards. Hopefully they're good cards. We do need, like, another supporter... No, we did get another Surprise Box. Yeah, we're pretty much guaranteed to KO the ADP then, which is good. We need to get another thing, though. We have a Greens, but Greens has to get us Rare Candy and Omastar. Well, I guess they're not item locked. We're not good ADP, though. Play this. I mean, they probably have Saucer. Maybe there isn't even a point of doing Omastar here. Maybe we should just get another Gengar Mimikyu built up. Yeah, I think that's actually better. Yeah, because they could knock me out too. They could get the double Saucers and stuff. And I'll take the Sinlin because we could get... You might not have another draw supporter. We'll see. Play this. We have to give him a card. Cherish Ball, I guess, because it's kind of a dead card for them. I mean, I think we have a knockout. Their hand is big. I think we got the KO. I might wait to play the other surprise. Like, they have a huge hand. They have Yeah, they have, like, a huge hand. So I probably have a knockout. I'm going to save the surprise box. We might need it for Zacian. I'm going to save it. I'm assuming we have a knockout. This should be a knockout. What? Is that not a KO? We're one... What? Bro, how is that not a knockout? Oh my god, no, dude. How is that not a KO? I should have played the surprise box. Oh my god. Oh, and they didn't even have any saucers either. Bro, ADP plays so many trainer cards. I just assumed we had a KO there. That is super unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. I wonder if they're going to play the Mawile down now. I kind of hope they do play the Mawile down now because we can get the Omastar. Because we not got ADP, they can't play. The Omastar won't work. We can item lock them, though. We should be okay. That's so... Dude, that is insane. I actually don't believe that we actually didn't have a knockout there. That's pretty ridiculous, not going to lie. They're going to dump their entire hand away. Bro, I should have played the surprise spot, but like at the same time, I just assume you had a knockout. Like, you got to assume you have it because ADP plays so many trainer cards, you know? If we had double horror energy on, this would be really good because they would get knocked out. But this is fine, though. Once they knock out my Gengar Mimikyu, they have to take 3 cards anyway, so it's not actually that big of a deal. Right, they knock out the Gengar Mimikyu, they're going to take 3 prizes, they're going to get a bigger hand. That's just such a disappointing whiff, though. Not gonna lie, that's super disappointing. There's not much we can do about that, though. Only we had, like, a way to do 10 more damage. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I think we can still win this. They actually didn't get an metal energy, but that means they probably have things, so... First of all, let's do this. We'll play the stamp. Get the Omastar down this turn. Do this. Burn the stamp. I don't think we need the stamp anymore, so we'll just play it now. Like, if they don't have a trainer in that hand, I give up. Alright, let's go. Greens. We can get the Rare Candy Omastar here. Or do we want to do that? Or should we just get a Big Charm and another Gengar? That's not a bad idea either. We could also just get, like, Research here. Any Research isn't terrible either. Like, they definitely have the Zacian, right? There's definitely a Metal Saucer in their hand. So we're definitely going to get Brave Bladed this turn. Then we can KO them in return. Get the item lock up. So if they bench a Pokemon... Yeah, you know what? Let's just go for the item lock. Let's do it. I'm going to item lock them. I feel like this is fine. We'll get it up now, so we threaten what they can bench. And there should be a knockout. Yeah, there we go. Nah, that went... Bro... That's so disappointing. See how many trainers they had? And it's like that one hand they didn't have any, bro? What was that? Alright, we get some prizes. Rare Candy. Power Plant. Boss. Okay. Good thing Eldegoss can't kill me. The Big Charm's pretty good here. The Eldegoss can't knock me out. That would have been pretty bad if it could. But I guess if it does and he doesn't bench anything, we just win by knockoutisation. So my opponent knocks out my Gengar Mimikyu. They take 3 prizes. How many Tag Calls do we have left? 1. I wouldn't mind trying to... I want to get the Big Charm. We need to get a Big Charm on, right? Because we want to watch out for Rusted Sword. They are playing around the Omastar. Maybe we should just not even bother putting the Omastar down. Because they're playing around it, so it's like kind of... Maybe it's pointless. We'll see, though. I think we can win this. We'll see. If only they were item locked. If they get item locked, we're vibing. Because then they can't play Metal Saucer. Like, yeah. If we knocked out the ADP that turn, we probably would have won the game. Like, I think our win condition would have been so much better had we knocked out ADPs. That's super unfortunate we didn't get there. Are they going to float up? Oh, no. What are they doing? They're actually going to float up. No. Okay. They're playing around the Gengar. Never mind. I was like, what? Playing around the Gengar. Okay, they are playing around it big time. How many... Yeah, still have 3 Surprise Box. Also a good reason to hold a Surprise Box. However, if they bench another Pokemon here, they get item locked, so we'll see. Oh, they're going to Crobat. If they bench that, they're item locked next turn, which is huge. I guess they could Crobat into another... If they Crobat and build them another Zacian this turn, I think the game is over. I think they're holding Crobat, though. Which is odd. They kind of have to. Because they could run the risk of drawing more items. We'll see. We can definitely knock out the Zacian. They're getting Horror Housed, right? Or not Horror. The Horror Energy, sorry, is going to put 20 on them, so that puts them to 200 HP. Oh, they're going to boss the Omastar now. Oh, shoot. That's also a really good play on my opponent's end. Okay, yeah. That's pretty much game over then. We can't knock out the Zacian. That's probably game over. I mean, that'll do it too, you know? It's like, I can't really counter that. We'll see. We have to just get a couple surprise boxes here. Possible, you never know. Okay, we got 2. That is good. Can play these both. Give him that. Then we can give him another trainer. I can't give him boss or escape rope, so it has to be just double spinner. We'll just burn this. Can't use it anymore. We gotta hope we got a knockout here. We do. Okay, nice. So they can still win the game if they can pull off a gust on my Gengar. Oh no, maybe, you know what? Maybe we should have kept the fossil in play. Because we could lose to an escape rope, but they've played 3 so far. Maybe they don't play 4. No, you know what? We should have kept the fossil in play. Thinking about it, because we could lose to an escape rope here. I just wanted to get rid of it, though, so it isn't in our deck. But I actually should have played it because... I should have kept it in play because we could lose to an escape rope. Okay, Great Catcher. That also works, too. They had... Well, they still need to build up another attacker here. We have 90 HP. This thing can't one-shot me. It's still going to be hard to win, guys. I don't even know if we can win, to be honest. We're super far behind. Like, well, not super far behind. It's just going to be so hard to finish off this last Pokemon. We pretty much just got to pray they don't find... Like, they haven't played a single Metal Saucer yet. How do we beat that? Like, they just... How do we beat that? They haven't played a single Metal Saucer. Okay, I think I'm going to greens. I am going to get another fossil down. If we can keep the fossil in play... I think I have one in the deck. I know my last prize... What is my last prize? I don't know. We got the Omastar prizes. It's not that. We could bench the other Gengar Mimikyu, I guess. But that also loses us. Research. Yeah, they got a lot. They have a lot of random stuff. 2 Great Catchers. Yeah, there's no way they don't find the Metal Saucer play here. We'll see. They could play a Zigzagoon, maybe, to one-shot me. I doubt it, though. We could Pokégear for Mallow Lana, maybe. Yeah, Big Charm too. Rip. It's not Rusted Sword, I guess. They can't one-shot this. How many boss they have left? They have 1 boss left, and they're down 2 Great Catchers and 3 ropes. This ADP matchup. Maybe this ADP matchup is a bit tougher than I thought. I feel like it is good, though, because of how many items they play, but my opponent kind of played around the Omastar. It was just hard to deal with. So they need 2 saucers to win the game. I'm actually surprised I didn't go with Float Up. I guess it makes sense. If only they had like a low HP Pokemon in play that would be an easy boss KO. That would be so good. I don't think we're going to do any damage with Poltergeist. We have to find a surprise box. We have to hard retreat into the Gengar. But even then, it's not going to work. They could do Intrepid Sword, which... They are low on supporters, so maybe they do Intrepid Sword. Yeah, they're literally playing every out here. But we are into his position. Maybe we could win by trapping something with a boss's order. It's going to be a close game. They might deck out, so maybe that can be our win con, is maybe try to deck them out. Yeah, they could deck out. There's a chance. I guess now we can put the Omastar in play. We can boss the other Zacian. I think I know energy off that. How have they not played a Metal Saucer yet, though? Did they just not put it in the deck? Did they just completely forget about Metal Saucer or something? Now, they still might have an Air Balloon and an Escape Rope, though, which is kind of bad. We're not knocking them out. There's no way we're knocking them out. So, it's like kind of one of those things. We actually don't even have to retreat, to be honest. We don't have to. We could just boss the other Zacian and hope we don't lose. Because we can't, even if we retreat, they still knock me out. If we get a Big Charm on, then we're fine. But we can go... Maybe we do just greens, though, for the fall. Well, we can greens for Fossil and Big Charm here. And then we can do boss next turn. Sure. I guess that'll work. We just got to try to avoid getting knocked out. So this is going to be a hard one to win, but we'll see. There's our Metal Saucer. Oh, no. You know what? We would have won the game if we grabbed two... or, no, we only had one box. Never mind. We would not have won the game. If we grabbed a box there, we could have won. But they have a research in their hand, not a boss. So we still might win this. Yeah, there's... Okay, all the saucer at the bottom of the deck, and then probably the last one's prized. I think we won, unless they have a third Great Catcher. Well, they can't even move the Zacian. I think we got him. Did we get him? Either way, it's like we can deck him out. I don't even know if they can move the Zacian. I think we've won the game, guys. Unless they have like a Super Rod or Super Rod Ordinary Rod in the deck. Or if they play a Rusted Sword. No, they're actually going to keep the energy off. I guess they can Eldegoss. No, but even then. It's the last card in the hand of Rusted Sword. It has to be a Rusted Sword for my opponent to win the game. Nope, we won. All right, let's go. We beat ADP with this deck. That was a little close for comfort. I feel like our win condition, like, it would have been easier to win the game had we knocked out the ADP there with that Poltergeist. So I just assumed we had the knockout, but if we played the Surprise Box, we would have guaranteed a KO there. We definitely should have played it. I assume we had it, but I maybe should have just played it safe. But that's one of the things when playing this deck, is you don't know what your opponent's hand is. Like, I don't think... Lavender Town's not in the format, right? There is no... Well, maybe it is in the format. No, it is in the format, but... Literally, you have to play Power Plant if you want to beat Urshifu and Mewtwo, so you can't really afford to play Lavender Town. It's not really that helpful, though, anyways, because, like, you only have one attack you can use anyway, so it's not like it matters if you don't have the knockout or not, right? It's like you only can do that, but overall, the deck is really fun to play, and again, I actually think this deck is decent. You guys can tweak around the list all you want. Maybe this list wasn't the perfect way to play the deck. There could be a better way to play it, like a better list that you can cook up for this deck. Some other inclusions would be more draw supporters, maybe a fourth Coach Trainer. I wouldn't mind maybe playing a, like a second reset stamp. Sometimes you can just go stamp to 6. You could also just play, like, I don't know, to be honest. I think, like, there's not much else I can really add to the deck, to be honest. It's just, you gotta, what it is. But anyway, so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's PTCGO video, guys. If you enjoyed today's PTCGO video, guys, on the Gengar deck, leave a like on the video, subscribe down below if you're new to the channel. Help me on the road to reaching 16,000 subscribers. Appreciate all the love and support on the content recently, guys. It's been really awesome to see the growth in the channel continue to do so well. So I want to thank you guys for that. Thanks for watching. Check out all the socials down below. My Twitch, my Twitter, my Patreon. I do post exclusive content over to my Patreon. $2 a month to get access to exclusive videos. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.